Peace, everybody. Wherever you are in this world, a good morning, a good afternoon, good evening, or a good night to you. My name is Decipher. That's Dacyfer, in partnership with Radio Pushers. That's RADIOPUSHERS. Now go and Google us. Welcome to today's podcast. In today's episode, I would like to speak on a fascinating chapter in American history of rap culture and how it initially scared the living-ish out of America. In the late 1970s and early 1980s, a new form of music began to emerge from the streets of New York City, New York. It was raw, rhythmic, and unlike anything America had heard before. This was the birth of hip-hop rap music, a genre that would soon become a global phenomenon. But back in those early days, rap wasn't just music. It was a voice for the voiceless, a reflection of urban struggles and resilience. And it scared a lot of people back then as well. Rap music has been and still continues to be a powerful force in the music industry since decades. But when it first emerged in the 1970s, it was met with fear and backlash from many Americans, especially those in white America. More understanding on this can be heard in episode 2 of this podcast series. Rap's origins can be traced back to the Bronx, with DJs like Kool Herc, Grandmaster Flash, Africa Bambaataa were pioneering new ways to manipulate long play records, creating beats and breaks that became the backbone of this prolific new sound. But it wasn't just about the music. The lyrics were equally important, often addressing harsh realities of life in the urban inner city. In this episode, I will explore the origins of rap's cultures, some controversy surrounding it, and how it ultimately more than changed the landscape of American music and culture then and still now. Rap music originated in the Bronx, New York City, New York, in the 1970s as a form of expression for discriminated against communities. It was a way for those artists to share their stories, express their struggles and experiences through rhythmic spoken word by way of emceeing or rapping over beats. As rap music garnered and gained popularity in the 1980s, it quickly began to challenge mainstream society norms and shed light on issues such as racism, poverty, and police violence towards those dwelling in oppressed communities and neighborhoods. For many in mainstream America, this raw depiction of urban life was jaw-dropping. The rapid-fire lyrical delivery, the slang, and the themes of resistance and survival were a stark contrast to the more polished and watered-down pop or popular music of that time. Hip-hop and rap was a mirror held up to the nation's face to look at, reflecting the inequality and struggles that many folks preferred to ignore. One of the first instances of rap music causing widespread alarm was in 1982 with the release of The Message by Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Five. The song's unflinching portrayal of life in the ghetto was both groundbreaking and unsettling for many American listeners. The song's chorus, "It's like a jungle sometimes, it makes me wonder how I keep from going under," resonated most deeply with those living in such similar conditions, but it also struck a nerve and fear into those who were unaware or chose to ignore these exact same realities. This was no longer music. It was a social commentary that demanded the utmost attention. Controversies surrounding rap culture as rap music grew in popularity, it also faced massive harsh criticism and backlash from many Americans. Through mass popularity, its influence began to spread far beyond New York City. By the mid-1980s, artists like Run DMC, LL Cool J, and the Beastie Boys were bringing rap hip-hop music to the mainstream. Yet, as rap entered the public consciousness, so did the fear and misunderstanding surrounding it. Their explicit lyrics, graphical imagery, and depiction of their daily realities and controversial themes, many rap songs were viewed as exceptionally threatening and dangerous by some. Then the rise of gangster rap in the late 1980s and early 1990s further fueled and instilled fears of violence and criminality associated with rap culture. Media played a significant role in shaping public perception. News outlets and reports more often focused on the controversial aspects of rap cultures, such as gang affiliations, violence, and explicit lyrics. This created a narrative that rap was inherently dangerous and corruptive, especially to their youth. The fear of rap culture wasn't just about its music and lyrics, but rather also about what rap represented, a shift in cultural power. Rap was born from African American and Latino communities, and its rise was the start of a smoke signal challenging the predominantly white middle-class norms of mainstream America. This cultural shift was unsettling for many, leading to moral panic and calls for censorship. Rap music also faced censorship and backlash from politicians, parents, other mainstream artists like Dionne Warwick, and numerous family and religious groups who viewed it as a notable, corrupted, and deteriorating influence on young people in America. One of the most famous moments of this fear manifesting into action was the formation of the Parents Music Resource Center, or short, PMRC. In 1985, led by Tipper Gore, the PMRC aimed to raise awareness about explicit content in music and push for parental advisories labels on albums. Rap music was a prime target of their campaign. Artists like Frank Zappa, John Denver, and Dee Snider testified for the Senate against censorship. Although rap artists were not directly invited nor involved in these hearings, this impact and its outcome was very clear. Albums containing explicit rap lyrics were among the first to receive parental advisory labels, reinforcing the perception that rap was something to be feared and something to be controlled. The infamous parental advisory stickers, still around today, on rap albums and CDs became a major symbol of the ongoing battle between rap artists and those who censor. Despite, or perhaps because of, this fear from the opposition, rap continued to grow and evolve. The late 1980s and early 1990s saw the rise of more gangster rap, with forerunner groups like NWA, pushing even further with their provocative and unapologetic lyrics. Fuck the Police, still an anthem around today, drew intense scrutiny and condemnation, with some politicians calling for the group, the song, and rap music in general to be banned. NWA's explicit criticism of law enforcement and the systemic racism faced by African Americans sparked heated debates about free speech, artistic expression, and the power of music to challenge the status quo. The impacts of rap culture, regardless of all of these initial fears, phobias, and backlash, rap culture ultimately had a transformative, changing impact on American music and its culture. It gave a voice to alienated communities, continuously challenging so-called society norms, and repeatedly brought attention to important social issues. Yet despite the controversy, or maybe because of it, rap continued to resonate with its growing audience. Its ability to articulate the frustrations and aspirations of disenfranchised communities made it an unstoppable force. By the time artists like Tupac and Biggie emerged in the 1990s, rap had firmly cemented its place in the cultural landscape. Rap music had also paved the way for future generations of artists to express themselves freely, openly, and authentically, whom we listen to today. So, why did rap culture scare America in the beginning? It wasn't just the music itself, but first and foremost what it represented. A raw and unfiltered truth from communities that had long been ignored and silenced. Rap music and its culture challenged those mainstream narratives, demanding attention to their social issues and empowering generations to speak up and speak out. Today, rap is celebrated worldwide. Its influences go well into the music, fashion, language, and even beyond. What once frightened America has now become an integral part of its cultural fabric. The journey from fear to acceptance is a testament to the power of art to provoke change and bridge divides. Rap culture did once initially scare America with its explicit lyrics and controversial themes, but it ultimately became a powerful force for change and self-expression. As we continue to explore the history of rap music, it is important to remember the impact that it has had on American culture and the ways in which it has challenged and reshaped society norms. Thank you for listening to today's podcast on how rap culture scared America in the beginning. To my listeners, thank you for joining in for this episode. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and hit the notification button. Till next time, peace and stay smooth.